sales and marketing lines are truly diminishing, as I had articulated in an earlier point. And today, that demand generation model, I mean, we have a seat on the table as marketers today. We are contributing 10 to 20% of the business on the table.
So how are you actually dealing with the challenges of attribution and ROI, putting it to the board that, this is the dollar you spent and this is the return that you got?
There's a term that I've coined internally and I call it the ACE. So that's the communication that goes to sales. First, accept leads, convert leads, and engage with their customers.
Esteemed viewers, welcome to another episode of Conversion Conundrums. This is a series brought to you by Economic Times Brand Equity. In this series, we dive deep into the nuances of B2B marketing. And today, to unplug the complexities, we have with us Geetu Bhatnagar. She is the Senior Director Marketing at Oracle India. Welcome to the show, Geetu. To start the conversation, I would like to know more about the Oracle Cloud World Tour that's going on. Please give us some details about this massive event that is put out.
Fantastic. Thank you, Anirban. So Oracle Cloud World Vegas is an annual tour. It's actually a platform where our customers and partners converge from the globe. And our product marketing teams highlight the entire strategy, vision, roadmap for all our products. Customers are there, sponsors are there to actually showcase the entire product technology and partnership that Oracle has with partners and sponsors. So it's a fantastic showcase. You have hands-on lab, demos, tours, and sessions through 3 days. Tour is actually a package of Vegas in a day, I would call it. So the strategy is that you take the same brand, look, feel, experience, package it in a day and take it across the world. So that is what the tour is. It's going to 8 cities this year. Mumbai was the second pit stop after Dubai. So 6 more cities to go in the tour.
Fantastic. And when you mount an event of that scale, as you just mentioned, what are the 3 goals that you are set to achieve?
Fantastic. So any event, I would call it, has 3 clear strategies. The entire demand generation model. Who do you want to be in the room? The entire brand experience, and of course, the content. So if I split it into these 3 areas, the look, feel of the brand is identical, through the tour. So a customer who is attending in Milan to someone attending in Tokyo experiences the entire same brand. The entire logistics as well is exactly the same. Of course, the venues are different, but you try to share the similar customer stories. The format is similar. The day is laid out in a similar pattern. So that's the other aspect. The third and the most important aspect of the tour is the content. While we have the Oracle content, which is packaged from the global product teams and brought to the country, the localization clearly happens with the customers and partners. So we bring in all the local customer successes, because at the end of the day, customer success is our North Star. So we bring all our customers there, and that's the share. And those 3 strategies merge together to actually give a global experience to the customer.
Fantastic. Moving on from the tour, Oracle is a leader in its domain and is one of the front runners in India as well. What I would like to understand from you is, they say establishing a leadership position is very important in B2B marketing. So what are the strategies that you implement to actually establish that leadership position?
Thank you. So from a marketeer's perspective, positioning a thought leadership model for a brand, there are multiple levels that go into it. So clearly, while we create the entire awareness for the brand, you change the perception of people about the brand. You put the industry positioning, the competitive positioning on the brand. You also create demand, which is a B2B marketer's goal these days, demand generation, as I may call it. And you also do many aspects of all these to give a 360-degree view to build that brand. So Oracle in India, first and foremost, I think what is key is bringing the brand at the footsteps of the customer. Once you do that through multiple models, the experience that the brand gives is very, very key. So the services and the products and the teams that interact with the customer has to be completely global but localized. Classic example, we built 2 data centers, we call it the regions, 2 cloud regions in Mumbai and Hyderabad, and have been launched last 3 years, in fact. they actually ensure that our product and services are customized to the needs of the customers locally.
Okay.
Which is why we have to strategize around it and leverage and give local experiences to our customer. And that's the business need. You have to customize.
Fantastic. And do you have your favorite channels? I mean, like getting into an event or organizing an event yourself, or probably associating with an event where you have a customized speakers, customized audience can be a great one. But do you have other channels as well?
Absolutely. So it has to be a healthy mix. You know, you call it B2B, I call it H2H. It's truly human to human that the interactions of marketing that have become. So when I say H2H, it's a battle of the eyeballs today, clearly. A customer, you know, in a classic era, a customer would have understood, researched, analyzed, and, you know, basically discussed with sales to get all the competitive information, price information, product, feature, everything. Today, a customer, I think 68% of the customers are very clear, you know, through the online and different, you know, platforms that they engage, they go to get the information.
Correct.
They get that information before they meet a sales guy. 68% are aware of what they want and why they want. Then sales walks in. So the world has changed to that extent. That's why marketing's roles become more and more critical and important, so that we engage with customers at all platforms that they are going to. You know, we reach out our information at all those platforms, nurture them, create a journey for them, and map them through that journey to remain topical, to give the right information, and, you know, to engage the customer 360 degrees, I would call it.
Fantastic. You know, this lends me to the next question actually. I wanted to ask you about your customers, like in the B2B space, especially the enterprises that you are talking to and selling to. They are seldom looking for a particular product. For example, as a B2C customer, I might know that I want to buy a car, maybe these are the 5 brands, and then I make a choice. But they are probably faced with a problem that they are unable to deal with. How do you ensure that when they are searching for information to find out a solution for that problem, Oracle appear?
Fantastic. So if you see from an Oracle's perspective, we are almost 45,000 people in India itself.
Yeah.
When I talk about an enterprise like Oracle, it is not just a sales or a marketing role. We have consulting, we have solution engineering, we have cloud engineering, we have multiple aspects of customer service organizations. So it's the business need of the customer that we have to address.
Correct.
The sellers are not there to sell technologies. So it's always an enterprise's large business need of scale or of security or of making a new dimension in a growth market and starting afresh. So leveraging cloud technologies so that there's speed to get into. So agility, scalability, reliability, security, these all become key facets of solutioning. And that's why the whole organization leans in to actually address the customer need with the products and technologies and services that we have to offer.
Fantastic, great. You know, you talked about classic marketing, the bottom of the funnel, the loyalty and advocacy. I mean, those are again considered to be very key aspects of B2B marketing. What are your strategies to ensure that your existing customers are loyal and then drive advocacy to make sure that word of mouth is giving you more customers through those customers?
I think it's a fantastic point you say, because in today's world, if you see, customers really drive the next step. So the entire innovation, R&D that organizations like ours are putting into our customer businesses, that is the best example of talking to other organizations, whether you do industry-based, geography-based, or customer business-based. You know, a customer learns from a customer story.
Correct.
So advocacy and reference become very key areas of investment from us. So platforms like OCWT, Oracle Cloud World Tour, actually bring those customers on stage to tell their stories.
Correct.
And it's not just about a customer talking on stage. It's the entire organizational backing that comes to say that how my business got impacted, how I actually scaled my business in a short period of time. So Zoom and Uber are those classic stories. When COVID hit, they need to scale, and they moved on to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure because they could get that scale. Similar examples on security and reliability, which are there. So we actually invest in a 360-degree model.
Correct.
And if you look at O.com, when you go on oracle.com, you actually experience the product knowledge. You experience a sales chat. You experience a product tour. You experience a customer story. You can dive into from an industry perspective. So it's a complete package that you get when you access O.com, even to understand what are the Oracle products and technologies.
Fantastic, and a great point. Marketers today are actually closest to conversions than they were, ever. And we are seeing many of the marketers are actually going and becoming CEOs now, and it's called the decade of CMOs. What are your take on the sales and marketing lines that are getting blurred day by day?
That's a great point. I've been a seller in my career. 50% of my career has been a seller. Sales and marketing lines are truly diminishing, as I had articulated in an earlier point. And today, that demand generation model, we have a seat on the table as marketers today. We are contributing 10 to 20% of the business on the table through the marketing generated pipe. Clearly. And it's not just a lead generated pipe. Okay. It is a market attribution pipe. It is velocity and optimization of the sales pipe that we do through our marketing model mix. So all that put together creates a marketing funnel and creates a marketing pipe. In that pipe also, there are multiple, again, marketing mix that we leverage. You do account-based marketing. You pick out the top prospects over the next 2 quarters or 1 quarter, right, and you can target and catalyze the whole process. So that's an ABM model. You could actually look at events, and events is always a strategy because you get a platform to engage with the customer, and multiple people from different parts of the organization can engage with the customer. But more importantly, digital mediums. You can nurture the customer. You can get specific and articulate that information, give him timely at the platform of choice that he's engaging in.
Right.
So I think marketing is more relevant because it is giving at the point of contact the customer is engaging. It's not a push strategy, it's a pull strategy. Customers coming for information and it's going to the customer at that point in time. So I think it is very relevant, and I think it's most relevant when sales and marketing come together, which is what in Oracle we do. So we know exactly who we want to target, how we want to target, where we want to target, because we are completely working with sales in sync to optimize that model.
Correct. And has that helped establish, not just in your organization, I'm talking about the function as a marketing, has that helped you all, the marketers and the CMOs, to establish that we are no longer just a cost center rolling out some creative ad? So how are you actually dealing with the challenges of attribution and ROI, putting it to the board that, this is the dollar you spent and this is the return that you got?
So there are fantastic tools available. We have a dashboard, which is very clear, all-bound dashboard, which actually attributes every dollar spent to the pipe that was created, and it's an ROI 1:10 or 1:8, but there is always an ROI to the dollar spent. And I think for that, marketers have to have a seller mindset.
Okay.
I think that is key. In managing that seller mindset that I'm here and this is what I need to get out of the business and this is how I will do it, that is critical. And tools and technologies are available in abundance.
What I would like to end with is, you just said that you have to develop the seller mindset. There are many B2B marketers, in fact B2C marketers as well, who aspire to be at an organization like Oracle and lead the marketing function like you do. What would be your suggestions to them?
So great. The seller mindset, when I say there's a term that I've coined internally and I call it the ACE. Okay. So that's the communication that goes to sales. First, accept leads, convert leads, and engage with their customers. Okay. So you got to ace it, is what I say to the sellers. To marketers who want to grow in this space, I think it's the best time to be a marketer in the industry. The robustness, the agility that is coming in the market, please get into a learning mindset. Learn all the new ways of engagement that have opened up, new channels of engagement that have opened up in the market. So be in a learning mindset, understand what is the content, because it's all about the content. What is the content? Where will you give that content and how you will give that content? Engage with your internal sellers, engage with the internal ecosystem, build a robust model to get out. Correct. And engage with your customers. Second is agility. I think agility is key. You could have the best model, best teams, but if you're not responding to the customers timely, like OCWT, classic example, once the event is done, you have to return to the customer, nurture the ones who did not attend, and reach out to the customers and give them the content they are really keen on. So agility is key. And third is definitely the growth mindset. I think for me, learning mindset, growth mindsets are two solid takeaways that I would definitely ask teams to engage in. And because the dimensions are crazy, disruptive technologies and innovation are happening at the speed of light.
Correct.
So you've got to have that growth mindset. Okay, here I'm ready for change. This is the next growth area I would work on. Fantastic. So that would be my advice.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your time. That was Geetu Bhatnagar, Senior Director Marketing at Oracle India. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anirban.